the other foot for Manchester United then, now you know it.
Well, has it not happened at Madrid? Has it not happened at Barcelona? Has it not happened at other clubs? Of course it's happened at other clubs. It's been happening all the time. You know, let's not forget, you know, Man City were taken over last year, and you know, they signed players that other clubs didn't want to release. Look at the Lescott situation. You know, Everton didn't want to release Lescott.
Is Wayne Rooney right then? Is this the beginning of the end of Manchester United's domination?
Nah, not at all. I actually think that you know, they're managed by most probably the greatest manager that's ever managed in British football, and Alex will have players up his sleeve to come in. You know, he's kept that dynasty going for, what is it? How long has he been there now? You know, donkey's years, and he'll keep it going. You know, he's a top manager, and he'll be more determined now, I think, than ever to get this right again.
Tony, I was speaking to some of the United players after the Champions League game in the week, and they said all the Rooney furore hasn't affected the dressing room. Do you believe that? Do you think?
Yeah, I do. Honestly, I just think the club is it's an institution, and you know, like I say, I'm surprised that people are surprised that it happens, because it's been happening for years. It's not the first time it's happened.
You don't think it will have any bearing on the game on Sunday?
Wayne Rooney is a great player, and Manchester United, I'm sure, would want to keep their great players. But it happens. It does happen, and it's happening more because, as I've said, money is power.
You can understand why the club want to draw a line under the side, though, because they want
yeah, well, you know, like I say, the media attention that will surround Wayne and surround Manchester United will be phenomenal. And you know, Alex will accept that, he'll understand that, and he'll get on with it. You know, they're a great club, and like I've just said, they're one of the greatest clubs in the world, and one individual won't stop them from being a great club. And they have, as I've said, in my opinion, most probably the greatest manager that's ever managed in England. And he's too good, you know, to let it slip. And he'll be doubly determined now to get the next great player, to bring the next great player in, and to push the club forward. You know, the football club's in good nick. You know, when you've got a man like him in charge, you know, you don't have to worry too much. They might have a little bit of a blip, and let's not. I think they're unbeaten in the league, ain't they? You know, they even against West Brom, you know, Vidic hits the post to make it 3-0, and then Van der Sar makes a mistake he's never made before in his life. So little things haven't gone for him. That's what happens in life. That's what happens in football. You know, it's ridiculous, really.
We've made a few defensive mistakes recently. Is that something you'll be preaching to players? You know, you can capitalise on.
No, we realise and recognise who we're playing. We're playing one of the great teams in this country. We'll have to play to our maximum, you know, to get anything out of the game, and we won't be, you know, talking about anything else apart from what we can do, and that's the way we always approach it at the Britannia. We're not playing away from home. We're playing at home. We have to dictate the game and try and dictate the game. We know Manchester United will have a lot of possession of the ball. It's just making sure that when we get it, that we can affect the game.